This is I can go at this alone, but then at the same time you feel this draw, this battle between the independence of you and your partnership. And this has been something that's been going on. And so as this comes in the first half of October, it's asking you to get very honest and very serious about this energy. Hello, Capricorn. My name is Kristen Simone Hansen, and welcome to SeaGoat Secrets. Hi Capricorn, I'm Kristen and I'm a healer. In this video, you are going to get a full rundown of Capricorn's energy for the month of October and how it affects you and your love life. I begin with the astrology and I end with a card reading. If at any point in this video you feel connected to me and would like to become a client of mine, you can do so by joining this link here and also in the bio. I welcome you. And if you would like to know what my clients are saying about me and my client circle, you can also find that link to my Trustpilot here as well. And as you all know, I am a global citizen. And so if you have not already, please let me know where you're listening from in the comments and we can all connect via strong collective. Now, with all that being said, let's get into this. Hi Capricorn, so here we are in the month of October when it comes to your relationship to love. Like I have said before, when it comes to love readings, I like to keep the reading aspect very brief and then just jump into the card reading because I know that's what most of you guys want. So generally, I would say the biggest things happening in the month of October when it comes to love is where Mercury is and where Venus is. And obviously the seasons. As we enter into October, Mercury enters into Scorpio. This is you having deeper conversations. Same day, the full moon goes into Aries. So for those of you that are partnered in specific, this could make it so that instead of, you can have conflict that resolves in finishing. So conflict that ends an era of conflict. If you've been going through long-winded conflict with your partner or a season of conflict, the first week or so of October puts a close to that. You're having those deeper conversations that you've been needing to have for quite a long time and wanting to see them come to an end. So that's the most beautiful part of what's happening in the first half of October. For those of you who are singles, this is conversations that you're having with yourself about what it is that you will no longer fight for when it comes to love, what it is that you will no longer tolerate, how you will then say to yourself that, you know what, I want more, I want deeper, I'm tired of feeling on the surface. SeaGoat, the thing about October is it forces you to understand what it is that you really need. Who is it that you really are? And how do you really want your love life to reflect your truth, your depth, your honesty? You want to go deeper with your partner. You want to go deeper when it comes to love. So if you are connected, if you're committed, you want to go deeper. You want to end whatever wars. You want to end whatever clashes. Because the thing about this Capricorn is what's been going on with Neptune moving through the sky, being retrograde with Neptune moving through the sky and Aries being retrograde, with us shifting from the Aries Saturn and still being in the Aries Chiron, this energy has caused a lot of war, especially as Jupiter is in Cancer, and Jupiter in Cancer is asking you to lean on your relationships even when you do not want to, SeaGoat. So there's a resistance happening between you needing to lean on love and resist love. You wanting to be independent but needing to align with those around you. So this brings a conversation of, I don't want to be in a relationship, but then there's a call to need to want to really focus on love. This is I can go at this alone, but then at the same time you feel this draw, this battle between the independence of you and your partnership. And this has been something that's been going on. And so as this comes in the first half of October, it's asking you to get very honest and very serious about this energy, to be deeper in your truth when it comes to this, to maybe put down the battle of independence, right? And then Venus enters into Leo on the very same day that Pluto stations direct, which is on the 13th of October. And at this point, Pluto is now direct. So you're not feeling so much like you have to battle for your self-worth in love. Like you're not, now this could have been for those of you who are partnered, this could have easily been you battling with your partner because of your relationship to your self-worth. As you grow and expand and increase, you will not tolerate certain things or deal with certain things. But also for those of you who are in newer partnerships or singles, it is this relationship around maybe honestly, some of you could be dealing with the way in which your family or your family of origin resists your love story. What feeling as if they're almost like the person that you love or the person that you're choosing to love or who you want to love, how you want to love, is something that would go against your background or something along those lines. Like your love is different than what was expected of you. And then also this kind of conversation around the way in which your love story has been challenging your self-worth. So if you feel like the partner that you have chosen or the kind of love that you want to have is challenging to what you think or have been programmed to think of your self-worth or what is valuable in terms of how it is that you want to show up in the world. This has been a conversation that has been going on inside of your subconscious and could have been reflected on the outside. Versus those of you who are already partnered, this took on a deeper approach that was more direct. So this allows this energy to cool, especially as Venus enters into Libra where it's comfortable. And Venus is very comfortable in Libra, and this makes it so that you stand up straight and you're focused more on the fact that you want to be committed in this love, and you are focused on creating a new status for yourself. There's no more resistance around your love story and your self-worth. There's an alignment happening with your love story and your self-worth, and a lot of it stems off of these deeper conversations as you step into October. October is a month of authenticity, Capricorn. It's deepening you. It's forcing you to go within yourself and break away from all of the conditioning, break away from all of the shells, break away from what your programming has been, from what your childhood has been, from those old love patterns. And it's asking you to really go deep within yourself and really soften your relationship to love, but from a space that is softening your relationship to yourself, going deeper within yourself. Who are you without all of the conditionings, right? What do you really want? Who are you really? And how is that showing up in terms of your truth? Right, so this is the energy that takes place, especially as Venus goes into Libra. You redefine your love story. You redefine it and you do it with confidence, okay? And then as we finish off October, the new moon shows you new possibilities about this. So again, if you're questioning a relationship, the new moon shows you that actually there are many people around you that support the relationship that you have. Your social circle goes through a shift. You realize that you need to have different people around you. You need to separate from old ideas, that there is support around your love and what it is that you are trying to do, or who it is that you are in the world, especially if you are singles looking for love, breaking through old patterns to ensure you can align with a person that is proper for you and what it is that you actually want, and that you needed to go through a reprogramming in order to attract the right individual in. And then as we finish out the month of October, the Neptune retrograde goes into Pisces, which helps remove some of the blockages that you've had of individualism tied to your love, as if there's this contrast between you wanting to align with people or wanting to align with your person and you needing to align with the self, independence versus the other person. There's a softening that happens when Neptune retrogrades into Pisces, and it's about conversation, it's about communication, because again, it's still retrograde in Pisces, so it takes you out of that intense energy of hyper independence that Aries brings, and it brings you into a softer space where you really want to focus on your communication and how you will navigate in terms of how you're better communicating yourself in your love, and also how the people around you feel about your love and how the people in your close quarters want to take in your love and take in the truth of who it is that you are. It's a softening that happens in that way, less pressure, less of a feeling that you have to choose yourself versus the other, or there's some kind of strange blockade between you and the other person. The softening comes in, Scorpio goes into the sun, which again comes in and pulls you deeper. Scorpio loves you, Capricorn, and Scorpio also reminds you to be authentic. And like I said, October brings in a feeling of deepness, depth, and authenticity when it comes to love. So you can no longer pull off all these walls and all of this conditioning and facades and masks, and it's breaking you down at your seams, Capricorn, because it wants to, and as Scorpio does, pull you into your authentic truth. Scorpio's relationship with you pulls you out of a space where you're disconnected from your truth, and Scorpio pulls you into your truth even when you resist it. Scorpio pulls you into your authenticity even when you resent it. And so this is the kind of energy that comes in, but this time around, because you're more aware of your self-worth and you've had to redefine what love is because of this new clear sense of self-worth, that maybe in the past you were attracting love not actually based on self-worth, but attracting love based on ideas of status, ideas of childhood, right? Versus in this case, you're getting deeper and more honest with yourself, and Scorpio is pulling you into this, and you're consumed by the energy that Scorpio is giving to you. So as Scorpio comes in and consumes you, this is pulling you again, like I said, into a more authentic energy, into a deeper energy with yourself, and wanting to have people around you that again support your love, especially if you've been dealing with resistance when it comes to that. You want to, it's almost like your love redefines how you're showing up, as if you're allowing it to change you in a very positive way, let's just say. Jupiter squares Chiron. So again, for some of you, this can be your family having an issue with your love. Or this can be family wounds, again, attacking the way in which you know you can expand in your love story, seeing old triggers, seeing old patterns, seeing how maybe you've developed personality traits that resist a healthy love for you. These are the kind of things that come up when Jupiter squares Chiron in this third week of the month. Nothing to worry about, take it in. Like I said, October is a month of authenticity and healing. And then we end the month with Mercury going into Sagittarius. So for a lot of you, you are having conversations with your partner, for those of you who are partnered, about reworking your subconscious mind. And if you are a single and you are looking, this is you reworking again your subconscious mind. You're seeing the patterns that shape what you think of love, and seeing the patterns that shape what it is that has wounded you in love. And either you're doing this alone so you can prepare for a proper love, or you're doing this with your love so you can understand how to have a better love story. What is stuck in the subconscious? What has been stuck inside of your programming that has made it so that you've been resisting what it is that is actually good for you? Okay, so that is what I have for you, my lovely sea goat. We are going to get into the reading now. Hi, Capricorn. So here we are for your love reading for the month of October. This is interesting, sea goat, because we see a lot going on here. In your subject, we've got the Queen of Pentacles here with the Nine of Pentacles. Pentacles, 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 Capricorn. You're here. You're present with the Queen of Pentacles, strong, aware of yourself, aware of your worth, aware of who it is that you are, Capricorn. And we also see you here with the Nine of Pentacles. So there's something about self-satisfaction, a strong sense of personal power, a strong sense of, again, deep knowing who it is that you are. Your self-worth is at a full degree this month when it comes to how you're navigating yourself, SeaGoat. And I like this energy for you. You're feeling confident. You're feeling bold. You're feeling better. You are feeling better. And because you're feeling better, you're feeling quite independent. The Nine of Pentacles here is sitting with not today, avoiding a conversation, setting strong boundaries. And this is backed up here by the Three of Hearts. So it seems like what's going on in your love life is although interesting, you're coming from a space of self-worth, self-wealth, right? Strong sense of identity, knowing who it is that you are, confident, powerful. And you're aligning with soul contracts. You're aligning with this soulmate energy and this clarity on this soulmate energy, because we have an Ace of Pentacles. We have an Ace of Diamonds next to that. So we're talking about a whole new beginning in love, a whole new stable reality taking place in love. And at the bottom here, we have you disconnecting, setting boundaries with a group of people. Not answering the call, not connecting, setting these walls, kind of, again, you're aligning with your love story and closing off from your society, closing off from your social paradigms, closing off from some kind of third party dynamic, Capricorn. And in your shadow, we have Iya Cutlass with Baba Calabash. So with Ia Cutlass and Baba Calabash, we've got this fear of you having to be cutthroat, this fear of you being bitter in a way, and then having to do too much to have to navigate your emotions or control your emotions in this way. There's also a fear of the bitterness and the feelings of others as well, but there's this strong sense of moving forward in this stable new reality of love while you're disconnecting entirely from someone else. And this is interesting. Those boundaries are quite strong. You are not entertaining. You are not doing it. You are not entertaining this mess, this third party mess. So for a lot of you, the story can simply be that you yourself are moving forward with one particular person. And I kind of mentioned this in the astrology, that potentially you guys could be in a situation where your love is contradictory to your social circle. And your social circle are the people that you're setting boundaries with, the people that you're setting this strong, stay in your lane kind of energy with. For others of you, nope, that's what I've got. That's honestly what I've got. I have to be honest with you. When I see this third party dynamic with disconnection, I will say for some of you, it could be that you're choosing one person and disconnecting from another. Right. So, and you're being very firm on that, and you're showcasing it as this kind of, I'm good without you, and I'm good on my own, and I'm separating from this dynamic. I'm not doing this. So it's a two-sided story. For some of you, it's disconnecting from a social paradigm, and for others of you, it's disconnecting from another option or other options as you very stably move forward quite happily and confidently toward another person. Now, like I said, what's going on in the shadow is this fear of, the Ia Cutlass is the energy of divorce. This is the energy of the negative. She's a cutthroat queen, let's just say, and then you having to be in this space where you have to navigate your emotions a little too much. But like I said, for a lot of you, this just feels like some kind of edginess, some kind of bitterness, some kind of nastiness that you fear. But it doesn't feel so big to me, to be honest with you. It feels like negativity, like a fear of negativity. A fear of negativity around you. So what do we have in terms of your advice? We have, what do you feel, SeaGoat, with the power of attraction? This is a very beautiful energy. So you're having to understand and prioritize your emotions. So again, it's your advice here is ask yourself how you really feel and don't get caught up in anything else. What are your feelings? What is your truth? That is the only truth that really matters here, Capricorn. And align with what you desire. Align with your person, SeaGoat. Align with your person. Get closer. Get closer. And again, for some of you, you could be making a choice between two people. And as you make a choice between two people, you're pulling closer to the one that you desire. You're creating this new paradigm with the one that you desire while disconnecting from another, right? And it's this juggle and this understanding of what are my actual emotions and what do I actually feel as you're pulling intensely to the one that you desire. Or again, separating from a social paradigm that's causing conflict. Now, when we look at what's going on in your advice, we have your heart has a heightened connection with the higher realms of consciousness and light. This is a fire energy. A blessing, empowerment, and positive omen shall enter your world. Doors will open for you. Abundance and prosperity are headed your way. Take care of your heart. Ask for spiritual assistance and it shall be granted. Something negative is going to transform into something positive, Capricorn. It's very straightforward. I love this card because it's about the heart. Okay, when we're talking about Leo here, we're talking about 888, Lionsgate energy. It's a very positive energy. Usually I attribute it to the strength in that way, right? The strength card, because it's understanding that doors are opening. Abundance and prosperity is here. Taking care of your heart. Something negative is transforming into something positive. So there's something about this Three of Hearts. This Three of Hearts is really sitting with me here. There's this nasty past. There is this nasty kind of energy that's going through a transformation this month. And your heart is heightened. It is this, you're letting love in. You're letting love in and your heart is open. And I like this energy, SeaGoat. I like it. Now, underneath there, we have an earth. So as you come to this awareness in the heart, you ground in the fact that you've been moving so fast for so long that you're not realizing how wound up you've become. Gently unwind now to drop into a deeper, slower healing rhythm, and you will restore your body, mind, and soul. Things which seem too difficult right now should soon seem manageable and even pleasurable to accomplish, Capricorn. So again, there's a need to relax. There's a need to embrace. There's a need to feel, a need to understand, a need to let this love overtake you. If you care too much about what other people think, SeaGoat, you're only hurting yourself. You're only hurting yourself and you're only wounding yourself. And again, there's like a stress and there's an anxiety here. It's unnecessary, right? Just enjoy this. Just enjoy this new story for you. It's a nice story. It's a nice energy. It's beautiful. Let it in. And disconnect from this third party interference type situation, or again, disconnect from one and happily move toward the other. So at the bottom of the subject, we have the Emperor. Ooh, this is very big for my feminines as well. This is an Emperor. So if you are a masculine, again, this you're in your strong sense of personal energy. You know your worth, your wealth, and you're moving forward with strength and diligence. But particularly for my feminines, this is an Emperor energy. This is you aligning with your Emperor, meeting your Emperor, feeling stronger in this energy. This is commitment across the board for everyone. This is a serious movement forward, which is good. I like this energy. It's also taking control of your paradigm, taking control of your love story, right? And yeah, take control of your love story. At the bottom of the healing points, we've got mandala of the heart. I'm quite happy about this, Capricorn, because this is the second time we're hearing that something negative is going to transform into something positive. So something that's been negative up until this point is going through a transformation in love. Mandala of the heart is an earth energy as well. So this is happening in the practical. This is happening in reality. What's transforming from negative to positive is happening within your heart, opening your heart. What's happening in the practical sense is you are relaxing. You are allowing yourself to wind down this month. You're having a more relaxed energy with love this month. As you realize, sometimes aspects of our life fall apart or don't go to plan. This is so they can come back together in a beautiful new way. Trust in the goodness and the inevitable blessing of your destiny falling into place. Do not trust your fears. Put your faith in your heart. A heartfelt wish is going to manifest, Capricorn. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Especially because, like we said, we saw the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, right? There's a control that you're having in your love life. There's a big step forward toward a new paradigm that is under new governance. Let's just say that. And at the bottom of the advice deck, we have diving for light. So this is a very positive energy. It's a very, and next to that, we had what you want wants you, right? It's looking at the positive. Ask yourself, what is it that you feel, and go toward this love. Go toward it and give it a more positive perspective. Okay? Now, at the bottom of the clarity deck, we have healthier choices, and this is also backed up by talking, conversing more, connecting more. But again, healthier choices. Healthier choices. And a lot of that talking and connection is you figuring out what it is that you feel. As you make healthier choices, I'm no longer entertaining this. I want to entertain this. I'm no longer doing this. I'm setting boundaries here, right? And then I'm aligning with what it is that I really want. And I'm giving my energy toward that, which is this new love story that comes from this space of self-love, self-worth, and stability. And at the bottom of the shadow deck, we have Omokane in reverse. So again, this fear of immaturity. For a lot of you, I can't help but feel like, kind of like what I mentioned in the astrology, some of you could really be dealing with resistance around your love. The dramas of other people, in a way, or again, another person. But 3 is a crowd, okay? This is, you're worried about all of the mess, and it doesn't matter. It's allowing yourself to relax, move forward toward this in a very positive way. Set those boundaries, set those blockages. You have enough on your own. You don't need anyone else's approval or to continue to entertain something that's just causing problems. Move forward in this stable new reality. And be honest about what you feel. No matter who it hurts. All right, SeaGoat. So we have thinking, feeling, doing, being. Thinking, feeling, doing, being. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. I also saw the sun as well. So Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, and I also saw the sun. So very positive energy, Capricorn. I love this energy. What is that your mind needs to be on again? Relaxation, ease, grace. Remember, wind down. You've been wound up for too long. Just, let go of the stress and all of these things. It's unnecessary. This love wants to form in a very good light. It wants to form in a very good light, and so allow it. Your feelings need to be on focusing on what works. And I would say, again, for a lot of you that have to block people out, focus so deeply on what's going on in your love life, giving your energy to it, and just kind of blocking everyone else out. And that's where your feelings need to be. Building this life that you want for yourself. Justice is where you need to be in terms of what it is that you are doing. And so those steps when it comes to give and take, equal give and takes, focused on investing in your love story, focusing on giving what it is that you wish to receive, right? And also laying down, I don't know why I want to say this, but laying down a karmic smackdown to anyone that has anything that is creating any kind of resistance for you, that's kind of pushing up against you or bucking up against you unnecessarily. And then what is it you need to be is the King of Swords. So this is rising above. It's interesting because we are in this space where this love is very beautiful, but for some reason you need to be stronger. You need to kind of step up and be on top of things and have discernment. I can't help but feel like this isn't about your lover, but it's about what's going on around your love. What's going on around your love. Okay, so Threshold came out to find us, Capricorn, but I pulled the Dance Unveiling, but the Threshold came out and found us, okay? She wanted to make herself known. So we are going to start with the Threshold, and then we're going to trickle back down. Okay, so at the threshold you stand. Before you lies a way of being that is beyond fear. It is a sacred passing through a karmic veil into a new life of empowerment, peace, spiritual service to humanity, and the joy in your own soul. Congratulations, you are embarking on a new phase of the deepest soul liberation into the freedom of love that triumphs over fear. It has been quite a journey. Many, many lifetimes and much inner work has been required for you to be able to perceive the light of the divine even underneath the density of fear. You are fast approaching the karmic threshold where you can shift from fear-based to love-based embodiment. Wow. Okay, Capricorn, I go back into this space, Capricorn. For some of you, I don't know who has an issue with who you love or how you're loving or your relationship or whatever it is. Block them out. And whatever fears that you're feeling about moving toward your love and it working out and all of it, just let it go. Let it go. Let whomever go that you need to let go of and move toward this, Capricorn, because this threshold wanted to come out very strongly. So for a lot of you, this is about this fear and this anxiety about this love, about letting this love flourish. This love that makes you feel so good within yourself, that gives you this Queen of Pentacles, strong sense of self. The Emperor came out, as there is a powerful dynamic taking place in terms of you taking control of your love life, taking control of your narrative. You're not allowing the mess anymore. Okay? So for some of you there's something about this fear when it comes to this love that's being let go of. Okay, the dance unveiling. There is a situation in your life that is about to reveal itself to you with greater clarity. Just like sands shifting, the picture will seem clearer and quite different to how it once appeared to you. This clarity will bring you great relief and confirmation of your intuition. Be patient and allow the revelation to come to you at the perfect time. What do you feel, SeaGoat? Often what we think we know is only a small part of a bigger picture. With some more information, what we think is the truth can shift sometimes dramatically and reveal a completely different reality. Sometimes we really imagine a situation, person, or place to be all that we think or feel that it is, only to find out that it is not quite that way at all after some time and involvement has passed. Okay, so sometimes we really imagine a situation, person, or place to be all that we think or feel that it is, only to find out that it is not quite that way after all, and involvement has passed. There is an important situation in your life right now that is unfolding, and you have yet to perceive it fully. It is safe for you to be patient and curious and trust what you feel is unfolding now. Don't rush to set things in motion, to form a structure, or even to make things concrete until you have had a chance to be clear about this situation or process, or in this case, person. There will be a time in the near future when you will realize that the graceful cosmic dance of the divine has unfolded and that veil has been lifted. At that time, you will realize that you are seeing much more clearly and accurately than you previously have been able to. Wow. And that came with fear, threshold, standing at the edge of fear. Some of you have not seen your lover clearly. You have not seen your situations clearly, and it's unfolding right in front of you. And it becomes this awareness of what it is that you want in this future unfolding, and it puts you into the space of your heart. What once fell apart comes back together, SeaGoat. A heartfelt wish is manifesting. Allow this attraction to pull you in. Be honest about what it is that you feel, and separate from anything or anyone that stands in the way of this love that you once feared, this dynamic coming together. I like this energy for you, Sio. This is quite beautiful. It's very powerful. October is a month of love, huh? It's a powerful, powerful love story. This is coming together and easing into it, relaxing into it, letting it be, letting it form, pulling it in. You were wrong. Your perception has been distorted, and you need to address your fears. Okay, so that's what I have for you, my lovely sea goats. And yeah, ciao. I love you. Sorry, I didn't tell you I love you. I didn't tell you that today. I love you. Thank you. Ciao.